die.
If you put me, I die.
Can we all rise for the Honourable Judge Samantha
Extreme
Walker?
boots.
Oh, we got rice. Oh shit.
I'm just gonna scroll TikTok for a bit.
Oh, here we
You
go.
meant to
Bitch.
stand up.
Stand up! Are we? Oh, sorry.
You may be seated.
What was that?
Sit down.
Maybe see it.
Oh, I think I nicked your chair.
Good afternoon, counselors.
That's kind of weird.
Sit down, Maddie.
Are you both ready to proceed in this case?
Good to come in now.
Defense, are
I'm
you
ready.
prepared to proceed? Okay. All right. So, for those of you in the galley, please refrain from conversation. But if you must speak, please do so quietly as not to disrupt the proceedings. Unfortunately, any disruption to the proceedings of this case can result in you being removed from the courtroom as well as possibly charged with contempt of court. All of you folks out there in the galley, please make sure you're whispering. And all of you folks up here in the testimony area, the lawyers, etc., please make sure you're speaking quite loudly so everyone can hear you. Now, last but not least, anybody that wishes to stay in this courtroom, please remove your mask.
Yeah, no, you don't.
You heard that?
It's
You ugly bastards, remove your mask.
Once all the masks are removed, we can
can't remove my
proceed,
mask.
guys.
Let's see them sweet cheeks, boys.
Excuse me.
This motherfucker got super glued on me. I just got hurt like a bitch.
I honestly think this is a little bullshit. Honestly, like you search us fucking 3 or 4 times at the door. You make us do all this stupid shit. Like you might as well just ask us for our
shit.
IDs and just positively fucking ID all of us while you're at it.
Oh shit.
That's just my
Shut
opinion.
the
I
fuck
won't
up.
say anything
Shut the
else.
fuck up.
Thank you, bailiff. All right, we may proceed. Excellent. Bailiffs has secured the court. All right. So, do you have an attorney present with you today, Mr. Slapp? All right. Defense side, do you guys have a lawyer present with you today?
We're representing ourselves.
Okay, so who will be speaking on your behalf?
I will.
All right, sir, can you please identify yourself for the record?
Silas Ramsbottom.
All right, Mr. Ramsbottom, thank you. And Mr. Slapp, can you also identify yourself for the record?
Richard Slapp. Your
Thank you, sir. All right, so we may proceed. I do believe we were on testimony. Next witness for the prosecution or the plaintiff. So we had our EMS fellow.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he was under cross-examination. Now, is he here again today?
No, Your Honor. Mr. Strun was unable to make this appointment today.
Oh, yeah, very well.
Okay, so we do have testimony and records on here on evidence on file. So I have that here for me on my little screen right there. So you may proceed, sir.
Your Honor, prosecution would like to call Octavia Licardi to the stand.
All right, Octavia, please approach the bailiff to my left. And he will swear you in.
You normally swear that the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, but nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Maybe see.
All right, you may begin.
Miss Licardi, can you please give your name and rank for anyone who does not know?
I am Octavia Licardi. I am a supervisor with our EMS team.
Thank you. Miss Licardi, you were not present for the first half of this trial, but during that trial, I brought up the incident that started this whole case. Do you recall the incident where you had to catch me from flying out of the ambulance?
I do.
Can you explain that whole situation to anyone?
Just cutting my bagel. Okay.
Yes. I had responded to a downed individual call. If memory serves correctly, it was just off of, or just outside of Harm. My instinct was to just get there as quick as I can, and this is where I found Mr. Slapp down, at that time, unknown causes. Once doing, yeah, once performing roadside treatment, it was determined that he was in a vehicular accident due to the aggressive driving nature of a local in the area. Well, I mean, I performed roadside treatment, were able to get you back up on your feet, and on our transport back to Mount Zona, a local rammed into the back end of my ambulance, and unfortunately, luckily, I was able to catch Mr. Slapp before he flew out the windshield of my ambulance.
For those of you who are not aware, Miss Octavia has incredibly strong arms. She was able to catch me from going out of this windshield.
Yeah, I bet she fucking does.
That is all, Your Honor.
Such a light cunt.
All right, cross-examine. Mr. Ramsbottom.
The floor's going to give out.
Hello, Miss Octavia.
Hello.
So, in David Strun's testimony, he stated that the ambulance was traveling at 120 miles per hour before slowing to 90 miles per hour, at which the vehicle struck a tree. So, his minor injuries indicate that the ambulance was traveling at a much lower speed stated, indicating Mr. Slapp's injuries to be far less life-threatening before the crash. Would you agree with that?
Come on.
I do apologize. I'm not fully aware of the testimony given prior to me being here today.
Just answer the questions to the best of your ability, within your knowledge.
All right. Could you repeat the question for me, please?
So he stated that he was traveling at 120 miles per hour before slowing to 90 and then striking the tree. So would it be possible that Slapp's injuries were far less life-threatening before the crash?
The injuries sustained during the accident, it doesn't matter the speed of the vehicle. Whether you fly out of a windshield at 50 miles an hour versus 120 miles an hour, it's still gonna hurt. And granted, you have a better survival chance at a lower speed, but it is still, there are so many things that could.
Should we object because of leading here?
Even more fatal than it was.
Let it play out for now.
10-4.
Okay, if Mr. Strun's testimony is true, according to road safety statistics, all 3 passengers aboard the ambulance should have, to almost all certainty, died upon impact. So how is it all 3 survived with only minor injuries?
It was a miracle of modern technology in the use of seatbelts.
No further questions.
Thank you. If no one has anything further, you may step down. Thank you for your testimony.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the court, the testimony you were just given were given by EMS to signify the truth of reality, that these locals have caused so many accidents within our citizens of our fair city. Next, I will be calling to the stand a representative of the Truckers Guild, who will then, a representative of the Truckers Guild who represents all truckers within our great city. Prosecution calls Wyatt Whisper to the stand.
I'm getting pretty hungry.
Place your hand on the book for me.
Order something.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are
Good
about to give
idea.
is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Maybe a salad.
What you want?
Have a
I'll
seat.
call it in for us.
I want pizza.
Say less.
Your Honor, Mr. Wyatt Whisper has prepared a statement. Is it okay if he reads that before any questioning?
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the court. Today I am here to address a critical issue that affects the trucking industry as well as our citizens on a daily basis. The reckless and dangerous driving behaviors exhibited by the local drivers. As a representative of the truckers union, I have seen firsthand the devastating impact that these behaviors can have on safety as well as well-being of our other drivers on the road. Local drivers who engage in reckless driving not only put themselves at risk, but also every other motorist, including our hardworking truckers, EMS, police, and many others. From speeding and tailgating to distracted driving and aggressive maneuvers, these behaviors create a hazardous environment on the roads that can lead to serious accidents and injuries. Truckers who are already navigating a large and heavy vehicle face an increased risk when sharing the road with drivers who fail to follow the basic traffic laws and safety guidelines. The consequences of a collision involving a commercial truck can be catastrophic, not only in terms of property damage, but also in terms of potential loss of life. The Truckers Union / Guild is deeply concerned about the prevalence of reckless driving among some local drivers and the negative impact it has on the safety of our members. We urge all motorists to prioritize safe and responsible driving practices when sharing the road with commercial trucks by respecting the size and weight of these vehicles and giving them the space and consideration they deserve. We can work together to create a safer driving environment for everyone.
They said it'll be a little bit.
In conclusion, I urge you to consider the serious implications of reckless driving on the roadways and the importance of upholding safety standards to protect the well-being, excuse me, the well-being of all drivers, including our hardworking truckers, EMS, and police. The Truckers Union remains dedicated to advocating for the rights and safety of our members, and we will continue to fight against reckless driving behavior that jeopardize the lives of those who keep our economy moving. Thank you very much.
Oh, there's that twig guy's in the second row back there.
Let me ask you, what do you suppose is the heaviest load that you have taken from the docks up to Polito?
The heaviest load your fucking.
I'd say well over 10,000 pounds, several tons.
10,000 pounds. Are those trucks able to stop on a
Mr.
dime?
Slapp, just 1 second, please. Please have quiet in the court. This is the part where I said, you know, all you people out there need to be whispering. All right, please continue, Mr. Slapp.
Are those vehicles able to stop on a dime, Mr. Whisper?
Hey,
absolutely not, Mr. Slapp.
So you're driving a virtual battering ram down the highway, and a local who decides to cut you off could end in a devastating accident with these battering rams, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Absolutely astounding. Now, Mr. Whisper, I used to be a trucker. I don't know if you know this. And I know that there are many, many certifications you have to get to haul certain items. Some of these items can be caustic, hazardous, or even radioactive. Is this true?
That is correct.
And if an accident were to occur and these contents were to be spilled out onto the highway, how much damage do you estimate that would cause to the city?
It would be an unmitigated disaster.
Absolutely horrible disaster, Your Honor. Because these locals do not use their turn signals, they cut people off, and they turn when and wherever they feel like it. That is all, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Slapp. Mr. Ramsbottom. You may proceed.
All right. So you're telling me that it's okay for you guys, trailers around these corners, 80 miles an hour, smash us onto the sidewalk, keep going, and we're supposed to care?
Argumentative.
Sure.
Sustained. Please
So what gives you
rephrase
the
way
right?
you're asking your questions.
So
sir.
what gives you the right to smash into our cars while you're behind the wheel of
Objection.
this
Argumentative.
licensed? It's a question. Calm
We'll overrule
yourself
that one and
down
allow
over
you to
there.
go a little bit farther with this, sir.
So what gives you the right to smash into our cars? Well, you're telling me that it's licensed operators of these said trucks.
Well, I can tell you, going off of your speculation or whatever you're assuming that we do at the Truckers Union, it's definitely not cutting corners and, deciding to bump into people just for the fun of it. At the Truckers Union, we actually prioritize safety and the safety of our members as well as the people that live within this city.
You took our jobs. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Ramsbottom. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Slapp?
Your Honor, no. Prosecution rests on this matter.
Mr. Ramsbottom, anything else?
No.
Sir, you may step
I'm
down.
fat because I lost my job because of people like you.
You're welcome.
Lost your work don't mean you can't work out.
Hello. Oh, I
excuse
think our
me?
pizza's here.
Who
ordered
a
Pizza's here.
Oh,
Hey,
pizza's
Excuse me?
Over here. Over here.
You can't deliver a pizza in a
Over
courtroom.
here.
over here, mate.
Over here. You can put it right here on this table.
Get out of the
think you
court.
should
Get
hold
out of
him
the
in
court.
contempt.
Order in the court.
Yes.
All right, pizza man, you gotta go.
Hey, I know you.
Seems to me he does
You
not
ran me over last week while I was delivering.
Yeah, bailiff, please escort this pizza
Oh,
delivery
did he
gentleman.
Sir, get out of the court.
Imagine that. I think we have a
This
witness.
guy ran me
I think
over.
we have a witness.
Sir, I think
What's
you're
happening?
delirious.
I think you got a clogged artery.
You hit me off my bicycle while I was delivering pizzas.
You want
Sir,
Follow me outside this vehicle, outside this building. Please.
You ain't getting away with that. Hey, what's going on? Hey, you delivered a pizza?
I think you should hold him in contempt.
Oi,
Seems
let go of
spit
me.
on it, Lana. I won't need that.
What the fuck is wrong with you,
I
Alana?
think he sweated on it a
Hey,
little
free
bit.
the
Too.
pizza man. He did nothing wrong.
What? Are you getting pizza?
I think he sweat on that slice.
Fucking outrageous.
Makes him better when he's diabetes slime.
I'm saying.
All right. Apologies for that interruption, folks.
I was hungry.
Definitely smells good in here, though. Let go pepperoni. Okay.
Hold him in
We-
contempt.
Yeah. Can we please move forward, Mr. Slapp?
well, Your Honor.
You ordered any drinks?
I had just
did.
recently called Mr. White Whisper, representative of the Truckers Guild and arguably one of the leading experts on road safety within our city. However, now prosecution would like to call the leading I speak English, I promise. The leading expert on crime statistics within our city, Chief Aragon Brissinger.
If you guys are gonna eat, please move very
Grissy.
It's that fat ass up there.
The pizza is hungry. Yeah, it's. But I'm just saying, if you guys are gonna be behind here.
Yeah, everybody like that pizza in here or what? That's what the locals provide.
Sorry.
No, I don't think that.
Do you
that
solemnly
must
swear
count.
Mom's
that the
tacos
testimony
on
you are
top.
about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Back. You may take a seat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you please state your name and rank for those who do not know?
Sure, my name is Aragon Singer. I'm the chief of police.
I'm fed up with this.
Aragon Brisinger, Chief of Police. As Chief of Police, would it be fair to state that you have a better insight to the crime and crash statistics within our fair city than most?
I believe I do, yes.
Sorry, I just come out the.
That is correct, yes.
I believe Mr. Slapp may be.
Speak
It's
up,
possible.
you
It's just probably very
It's the
emotional
orange
and
hair.
finding his words.
It's like a fucking carrot.
Please keep your
Carrot
voice
top.
down over there, sir.
Keep your voice down.
Yeah.
Huh?
Huh?
Hello? Hello?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
There
that
we go,
was
Mr. Slapp.
Really odd. It must have been the pizza, causing my mouth to water.
Just thinking about another lie, you can tell.
So, Chief Aragon, let's say out of 100 car chases within our fair city, how many of these cases would you say have local interference within them?
All of them.
Out of 100 car chases, you would say that 100% of them have had local interference with your officers.
Absolutely. I've been yeeted out of a windshield more times than I could possibly count, including the rest of my officers that are here. The issue is, even though we're running with lights and sirens down, locals like to turn into our patrol vehicles instead of turning away from them.
Oh, I'm getting fucking fed up.
That is incredible, Your Honor. 100%.
And we have lost multiple and dangerous suspects that are armed and dangerous throughout the streets because of those.
Well, out of those 100, how many would you say got away because of this local interference? Just a spitball number.
Spitball number out of 100, I'd say about 98.
I've had enough
98, Your Honor.
Right.
Sir?
Listen here, you ginger little lying bastard. I'm fucking sick of you.
Bailiff,
You
please
dickhead.
restrain him.
Go on.
Oh my God.
Let me go.
Oh.
You ginger bastard. Let me on it.
All right.
Please restrain him and take him to the cell. Bring him before me. Bring him before me.
Get here, you fucking bastard.
Bring him before my bench.
Get up, me.
Who the fuck's hoovering?
Yo,
He's
man,
reaching.
bringing a whole leaf blower. What the
Jerry
fuck?
Springer show?
All
What's
right.
going on?
What is your name?
Why is the guy in blue being arrested?
Who's this famous man in changed name?
Just trying to clean
Well, it's no longer looking good for us, guys.
Mr. Wanker,
Fuck dog, get away.
you are now going to be held in contempt of court. You
I
will
see.
be sent for 10 months, which will be served in the cells here in the courthouse, and I'm fining you $5,000 payable upon being locked up in that cell.
That was
And I
Oh,
need to
this-
remind you, don't be a violent person. Violence solves nothing.
Hey, you keep.
I'm
Hey,
just sick
nobody
of the
saw
fucking
that.
lies.
Hey, shut
Lies,
up.
sir. What lies do you seek?
That
Hey, I'll fart on
ginger
your
one
pillow
over
back
there.
there. You be quiet over there. You got a
Come on
mask to
back.
protect
A
that.
ginger one over
See what
there?
happens. Come on back there, buddy.
Well, had you said
I'll roll over
calmly,
you.
you could have had a chance to speak your case. But now, unfortunately, you're going to meet the inside of the cells in this
Oh,
courthouse.
I don't give a fuck.
10 months, $1,000. Have a nice day.
Wow.
You can piss off
That
as
seems
well.
like.
Ugh.
Well, oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Do we have order back in this courtroom?
Oh, man.
Oh, I so apologize, Chief, for the interruption to your testimony. I so apologize, Chief, for the interruption to your testimony.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all right, Richard?
Yeah, I'm okay, Chief. Thank you.
Are you sure you don't need medical advice, Mr. Slapp?
I will seek medical advice as soon as this trial is over, because that is a perfect example a perfect example of how these locals are. They go out of their way to injure people. Oh my gosh. 1 second, please.
Take your time.
I'll quit crying.
Okay. So last you said 98 out of 100 of these criminals escape because of local interference. That is an astonishing and staggering number. And as we see, these locals do not care about us. They don't seem to care about anything except for pizza and cussing.
Well, they don't steal from us.
Your Honor, prosecution rests its case there.
Thank you, Mr. Slapp. Do you have any cross-examination? Mr. Ramsbottom?
Oh my God.
Mr. Sloan, I did the previous test that individual not return to court because of
Mr.
the
Chief.
threats he sent towards you on Squawk.
So,
It's okay.
and he was allowed to return.
It strengthens our case.
so 98 out of 100, huh?
That is correct.
And how many times would you say we've turned into you?
Of how many times have you guys turned into us during a chase?
Yes.
About 98% of it, yeah. It's very rare that the locals in a chase will actually turn away from us.
I honestly think it's astonishing that the locals are helping these citizens. I did not know this.
That is correct, sir. They like to hinder more than they like to help, apparently.
I'm gonna have to go with justice for locals because I think we're helping them out. And you guys steal from us, so I think this is due justice.
You say we steal from you, sir?
Yes, sir.
And the citizens or as in PD?
Our jobs. You took my job.
Yeah.
Now I'm fat.
Tasting died a long time ago.
I would definitely say I did not steal.
He must have
your
been a taste
particular
tester.
job, sir. I was elected for this role.
No further questions. I'm all
Thank
alone
you,
now,
Mr.
boys.
Ramsbottom.
I'm surprised this motherfucker can even walk.
Shit.
All right, Chief Aragon, you are welcome to step down. Thank you for your testimony today.
Of course.
Now, if you would like to proceed with closing statements, Mr. Slapp.
Yes, Your Honor. Today, we have finished our testimony on why we believe that these locals and their careless driving have been an absolute menace to society within our city. And I seek justice, Your Honor. I care for everyone, and I want these people to know I'm not their enemy, but they need to change. And this should be the eye-opener, the awakener. It should be
My
the
eyes
calling
are half
card
open. I'm stoned and
for all of these
hungry.
locals. That is all.
The diabetes.
Thank you, Mr. Slapp. Mr.
Yo,
Ramsbottom,
diabetes is
do you have
real,
any
bro. You
closing
see this
statements?
belly?
Would you like to approach Mr. Ramsbottom? Do you have anything you would like to say in closing?
I think that his injuries are bullshit. I'm gonna be straight up. I don't whatever. I think he went flying in that ambulance and got sorts of messed up, and that ain't on me. We'll take responsibility for the helping of the criminals because I just think it's great that we're helping. So
Just
all.
let me make sure I'm clear on this. You're saying that you are helping the city by interfering in the police chases so they can't catch the civilians. Is this your statement to me right now?
That's what he said.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Ramsbottom.
Gotta go to jail. Go to jail.
Sir,
Well,
please.
They only give
I'm
you
going to
fucking
at this
water
time
and
take a
bread
short
in jail.
recess, and
Sir, please keep it down.
I'll be back with my judgment.
Anybody for some dodgeball?
Guilty.
You stink. You stink, man. Fuck be eating them dumpster burgers.
Mhm.
honestly, I'm surprised.
He stinks.
Surprised how that fuck over there is standing. His spine should give out. He got extra gravity on him.
I had to
Alright.
hold on to my fucking bench when that motherfucker walked up to the stand.
You know, I didn't really need a lot of time to deliberate in this case. I'm ready to pass on a judgment.
Oh, hell yeah.
Damn.
Guilty.
So, in everything that I've heard today, I've heard strong testimony in both directions. Unfortunately, we did have a little outburst here, which, you know, does show some poor, you know, reasoning, but that has nothing to do with this case. What I am going to do, however, is award Mr. Slapp $25,000 in damages, as I feel, based on Mr. Ramsbottom's own testimony,
No
I
pizzas for
object to
you,
that.
fatty.
I
Justice for
object
they
to
feel
that.
that interfering with a police chase is a way of aiding our city. So,
I'ma
Mr.
roll over it.
Ramsbottom, not
I'ma roll
only am I
over it.
awarding Mr. Slapp $25,000 in damages, but I am also going to order that you attend a course at the police departments 1 hour a week in what the true duty is of a civil servant and what you can truly do to
I'm not
assist our
doing it.
city.
I'm not doing
So-
that. You see how big I am, ma'am.
Listen, does that man look
I
like
ain't
he's ready to
doing
do
nothing
that?
PD.
Oh, you don't have to move, sir. You simply have to show up and learn. So they will teach you
They
what
got
public
free
service
lunch?
really is.
Do they have
Right,
free
he needs
lunch?
to move.
That's actually
Should put 'em through their
that's a
training
good
course
question,
every
but
day.
you would have to ask them that question.
Yeah, they got envelope licking at 12
I'm
o'clock.
simply the one telling you.
fucking doors, you
Oh no!
Oh my Jesus!
How did he get loose?
Sir,
Who let this guy out?
Get out, get out!
Shoot that piece of
shit! Shoot him!
Order in the
Shoot him!
goddamn
God
court.
damn it! Dirty, greasy bastard!
Oh.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm not getting hit by no goddamn local.
Everyone, please just stand by the bailiffs. Let them do their job.
Jesus.
Hey, Matty, don't be going in.
Oh, hey.
Put hands on your head.
That's another.
All right, you are authorized to arrest anybody in contempt of court, and that gentleman can now have
Grab him.
double. Just double whatever he just got.
Judge Judy shit.
Stay out of my office.
Ooh.
Ooh.
How dare him.
You're gonna have a hard time getting close to me.
Shoot him! He's a local. Who gives a shit?
but you protected it.
Thank you, officer.
Right, get here, little bitch!
He's out.
Chief,
You
feel
got
free
it.
to charge him as you see fit. He's beyond contempt of court for me at this
Lethal for
point, so
execution.
charge him as you see
Lethal
fit.
injection.
Execution!
Piss off!
Execution.
Get off me, you
Burn at
bitch!
this base.
Smother him with a pillow.
Your Honor,
Put him in a guillotine!
Yes, Mr. Slapp.
if I may, I have a prepared
Double
statement.
his
Am I
shoes.
allowed
Double
to
knot
read
his
this to the
shoes.
court?
You may do
hell,
so,
you must
sir.
have
In
some
light
muscle
of
carrying
the
that
chaos
fucking
that
around.
they have been allowed to create, I see no reason that you cannot make a simple statement. Please go.
Thank you,
Proceed.
Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, today marks a pivotal moment, a day defined by decisive action. I stirred firmly and proclaimed the necessity for change. This trial, while initially perceived as a quest for personal recompense, serves a much greater purpose. It is the most effective means I have to highlight the pressing need for transformation within our city. The residents of this community have long been entrenched in their routines and ways of thinking. However, today I have disrupted this cycle by presenting the tangible consequences of our collective actions. While the individuals involved are not solely to blame, they have been let down by the Department of Motor Vehicles, which has demonstrated lax training standards and subpar attitudes. Therefore, I pledge to donate 100% of my winnings today from this case to the City of Los Santos. This donation is contingent upon the funds being allocated to comprehensive reevaluation of the driver's ed program and the establishment of an improved rehabilitation program for those suffering from addiction. I firmly believe that these initiatives can significantly enhance our community and foster true cohesion among its residents. And upon this foundation laid in this very courtroom today, I am proud to announce my campaign for City Council. And together we can build Los Santos into a beacon city it has the potential to become and admired by all. Thank you.
Woo, Team Dick.
All right, Mr. Slapp. Not exactly, what we were looking for in a political projection, but congratulations, and I hope you do something that can make some changes in our
Politics.
community.
She said doo-doo.
Thank
I did say do. That was very bad English.
Everything's a simulation.
Oh. Well, if that is everything, this case is closed. A gavel is broken, or I would smack it, but case closed.